यस, गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स। लास्ट लेक्चर में हम बात कर रहे थे रोल्स थ्योरम एंड इट्स एप्लीकेशन। टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस लाग्रांजिस मीन वैल्यू थ्योरम। We have three main theorem, you know, Rolle's theorem, Lagrange's theorem, and Cauchy's theorem. They are known as mean value theorems. So, what is Lagrange's mean value theorems? Says is this: let f from closed interval ab to r be a real valued function, be a function. यहाँ पर हम r ले रहे हैं कोडोमेन, means it is real valued function such that number one, f is continuous on closed interval ab. Number two, f is differentiable on open interval ab. There are only two conditions. These two conditions are there in Rolle's theorem also. Rolle's theorem में भी ये दोनों condition थी. Actually there were three conditions in Rolle's theorem. Here it is only two conditions. F is continuous on closed AB and F is differentiable on open AB. Then what it says? Then it says that there exists C in AB such that you will find a point in this interval such that what happen? F dash C is equal to fb minus fa upon b minus a. Right, this is the simple one. You can see this geometrically. We know that what is f dash c. F dash c is nothing but slope of tangent. This gives you slope of tangent at the point, which point? X is equal to c, cfc, to the curve, which curve? Y is equal to fx. This is the slope of the tangent. This is also, you can see, this is fb minus fa upon b minus a. This is nothing but slope of the line. Slope of the line segment joining these 2 points. Joining which points? A comma fa and b comma fb. So it is something like this. Say this is the closed interval AB. This is A, this is B. See, suppose this point is f of A. Let me take this as an f of A. This is something f of B. It is somewhere here. And let us take this is a function y is equal to fx. Okay, if we are taking, no problem. This is the graph of y is equal to fx. Then this theorem says that you will find a point on this curve where slope of tangent is equal to slope of this line passing through these 2 points. This is a line. Yes, this point is b comma fb. This point is a comma fa. So what is the slope of this line? Slope of this line is fb minus fa upon b minus a, right? So you will find a point on this curve where tangent, slope of tangent is equal to slope of this line. Means that tangent must be parallel to this line. Here somewhere you will find C. Always you can find such C. There is, ऐसा कुछ जरूरी नहीं है कि ऐसा जो सी मिलेगा वो यूनिक ही मिलेगा. मोर देन वन सी भी मिल सकता है. इफ वी टेक सपोज दिस टाइप ऑफ ग्राफ, से यहाँ जाने के लिए फंक्शन सपोज ऐसे जा रहा है, तो you will find some C here where tangent is parallel to this line. You will find some point here where tangent is parallel to this line. You will find some point here where tangent is parallel to this line. So C may not be unique. Another thing is, what is the third condition in Rolle's theorem? Rolle's theorem में third condition जो थी वो ऐसे थी, f of b is equal to f of a. If we take f of b is equal to f of a, then this will become 0 if f of b is equal to f of a. So Rolle's theorem is a particular case of this theorem. So this is the generalization of Rolle's theorem, right? So let me put some remarks. Number one, Lagrange's mean value theorem implies Rolle's theorem. Or we can write Lagrange's mean value theorem is more general than the Rolle's theorem, because if you put third condition here, Rolle's theorem, you will get the Rolle's theorem. Number 2, here C may not be unique. C may not be unique. This is a very interesting result and it has a huge application. One of them is this one. Let us see. Application of Lagrange's mean value theorem. What is the application? So first application is this. Let me write here. Application of Lagrange's mean value theorem. So first application is number 1. Let f from I to R be a differentiable function where I is an interval. Be a differentiable function let me write here clearly, where I is an interval. It is necessary to be an interval. It cannot be disjoint intervals or anything. Where I is an interval. Let this be a differentiable function such that f dash x is equal to 0 for all x in I, whose derivative is 0. We know that if derivative of a function at each point is 0, then that function has to be constant. So let us prove that f is constant. Then f is constant. How to prove? So let us prove this. This is just simple exercise में आपको practice हो इसलिए हम prove कर रहे हैं. So let I be a differentiable function. Let f from I to R be a differentiable function such that f dash x is equal to 0 for all x in I. If possible, suppose that f is not constant. If possible, suppose that f is not non-constant. f अगर constant नहीं है, अगर constant नहीं है तो क्या होगा? Then in that case there exists x1, x2 in I such that x1 is not equal to x2, but f of x1 is equal to f x2. We will find 2 points x1 and x2 in this interval such that x1 is not equal to x2, but f of x1 is equal to f x2. So without loss of generality, there are 2 cases, either x1 is strictly less than x2 or x2 is strictly less than x1. Let we assume that x1 is strictly less than x2. Both, if 2 real numbers are not equal, then one of them has to be smaller one, another one is larger one, and therefore consider f from this interval, close interval 0 1 to this I. See, f is differentiable on I and this is a subset of I, so f is differentiable on this interval, and if f is differentiable on this interval, then it has to be continuous also. Therefore f from this to R is continuous on closed interval this and differentiable on open interval this, and therefore by Lagrange's theorem there exists C in x1 x2, where x1 x2 is subset of I, right? Because x1 x2 belongs to I. There exists C such that what happens? F dash C is equal to fx2 minus fx1 upon x2 minus x1, right? But we know that f dash x is equal to 0 for all x in I. So in particular C I के अंदर है तो f dash C has to be 0. So this has to be 0. This upon this. So this will imply what? इसको इस तरफ ले लो तो fx2 is equal to fx1, right? तो हमने क्या प्रूव किया? हमने दो डिस्टिंक्ट पॉइंट लिए थे जस्ट अ मिनट. हाँ, यस सॉरी, यहाँ पर अगर कांस्टेंट नहीं है तो दो पॉइंट ऐसे मिलेंगे डिस्टिंक्ट पॉइंट जिसके ऊपर वैल्यू सेम नहीं होगी. fx1 इज नॉट इक्वल टू fx2, राइट. दो पॉइंट्स ऐसे मिल जाएंगे, लेकिन यहाँ पर से हमें मिल रहा है fx2 इज इक्वल टू fx1 विच इज कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन. तो हमने जो एज्यूम किया था कि f is non-constant, this is not true, right? And therefore f has to be constant. And therefore f has to be constant. अब ऐसे ना एज्यूम करो तो डायरेक्ट भी जा सकते हो. let x1 x2 belongs to I such that x1 is not equal to x2 and prove that f of x1 is not for any two distinct points. You take any two distinct points, fx1 will be fx2 because of this. This is equal to 0, so ऐसे भी जा सकते हैं. इट मीन्स अगर इंटरवल से r का कोई भी आप फंक्शन ले लो जिसका डेरिवेटिव 0 हो रहा है ऑन वॉल ऑफ द इंटरवल, देन दिस फंक्शन हैज टू बी 0, बट कन्वर्स इज नॉट ट्रू. इट मीन्स अगर यहाँ पर आपको इंटरवल ना दिया गया हो और फंक्शन का डेरिवेटिव 0 हो रहा है तो डजंट मीन फंक्शन इज कांस्टेंट. रिमार्क, दिस रिमार्क इज अगेन इंपॉर्टेंट. दिस क्वेश्चन हैज बीन आस्क्ड. इफ I is not an interval, अगर I interval नहीं है in above result, then f may not be constant. For example, let me take, define f of x is equal to this, say 1 on open interval 0 1 and 2 on open interval say 2 3, right? Then what is f dash x? Then f dash x is equal to 0 for all x belongs to this. Let me take open interval 0 1 union open interval 2 3, but f is not constant. On this, तो डोमेन अगर इंटरवल नहीं है तो वी कैन नॉट से दैट कि डेरिवेटिव 0 हो रहा है तो फंक्शन कांस्टेंट होगा. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. डेरिवेटिव 0 हो रहा है एट ईच पॉइंट, फिर भी फंक्शन यहाँ पर कांस्टेंट नहीं है. यू कैन सी हियर, राइट? सो इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी फंक्शन टू बी कांस्टेंट व्हेन डेरिवेटिव इज 0. अगर फंक्शन का डेरिवेटिव उसके डोमेन के हर एक पॉइंट पर 0 हो रहा है तो भी फंक्शन कांस्टेंट होना जरूरी नहीं है. फंक्शन कांस्टेंट होना जरूरी कब है? अगर फंक्शन का डोमेन एक इंटरवल है. तो डोमेन इंटरवल नहीं है तो वी कैन नॉट से दिस, राइट? ओके, लेट अस गो टू अनदर एप्लीकेशन ऑफ Lagrange's theorem, Lagrange's mean value theorem. So we know that a function is said to be monotonically increasing. Let me define, this is just quick definition. A function f from I to R is said to be, number 1, monotonically increasing if क्या होगा, x1 less than or equal to x2 implies fx1 is less or equal to fx2 for all x1 x2 into I. जैसे x की वैल्यू बढ़ती है फंक्शन का आंसर भी बढ़ना चाहिए, इंक्रीजिंग होना चाहिए. यू नो दिस. monotonically decreasing if क्या होगा, x1 is less or equal to x2 implies fx1 is greater or equal to fx2. अगर ऐसा हो रहा है तो we say that function is decreasing. Number 3, we say that function is strictly increasing if what? A function is strictly increasing if x1, whenever x1 is less than x2, fx1 should be strictly less than fx2 for all x1 x2 in I. And we say that a function is strictly decreasing if x1 is less than x2, x1 छोटा हो but fx1 is strictly greater than fx2 हो रहा है. If this condition holds, then we say that function is strictly increasing on this interval I. So using Lagrange's mean value theorem, we can derive a condition, we can find a condition on f dash such that function is strictly increasing or increasing, function is strictly decreasing or decreasing. So number 1, this is another application. Let f from I to r be a differentiable function where I is an interval. Be a differentiable function, then number 1, f is monotonically increasing. F is monotonically increasing. फंक्शन इंक्रीजिंग है कि डिक्रीजिंग, कहां से पता चलेगा? If and only if f dash x is greater or equal 0 for all x in f. F dash x अगर greater or equal 0 हो रहा है तो we say that function is monotonically increasing. F is monotonically decreasing. This is the condition if and only if f dash x is less or equal 0 for all x in I. Number 3, see यहाँ पर मैं if and only if लिख रहा हूँ. ये हो रहा है तो एक बोल सकते हैं इंक्रीजिंग है तो ये होगा, ये है तो इंक्रीजिंग होगा, ये है तो डिक्रीजिंग होगा, डिक्रीजिंग है तो ये होगा. Now f dash x is strictly greater than 0. Now I am writing one way. F dash x is strictly greater than 0. Then तो क्या होगा? F is strictly increasing. Strictly increasing on I. See, one way लिख रहा हूँ. अगर greater than 0 है तो we can say that function is strictly increasing. लेकिन अगर function strictly increasing है तो we cannot say that f dash x is strictly greater than 0. It can be greater or equal 0. Function strictly increasing हो तो भी f dash x greater or equal 0 हो सकता है, strictly greater than 0 होना जरूरी नहीं है. Let us take number 4. Same result. F dash x is less than 0. अगर less than 0 है तो क्या बोल सकते हैं? Then we will prove this also. Then f is strictly decreasing on I. If this is 0 for all x, right? This is true for all x. If this is true for all x, then number 5. Now let me write here. See, this is important. Now I am writing. See, यहाँ पर if and only if लिखा है. यहाँ पर if and only if लिखा है. यहाँ पर if and only if लिखा है. लेकिन यहाँ पर one way ही है. If this, then this. If I want necessary and sufficient condition, then it will be what? Then it is something like this. F is strictly increasing on I. F is strictly increasing on I if and only if what? F dash x is greater or equal 0 for all x in I and f dash x cannot be 0 on a doesn't vanish on an interval of positive length, and f dash x, let me write like this, doesn't vanish on an interval of positive length. क्या बोल रहे हैं? f dash x 0 हो सकता है किसी पॉइंट्स पर, कंटिन्यूअसली ऐसे 0 नहीं हो सकता. सपोज यहाँ पर a है, यहाँ पर b है, फंक्शन एक पॉइंट पर 0 होके चला गया, नो प्रॉब्लम. लेकिन अगर ऐसा हो रहा है, दिस 0 एंड दिस आगे हो जाता है, तो वी कैन नॉट से एनीथिंग, राइट? Yes. For example, you can take f of x is equal to say x square, right? Or x cube. For example, f of x is equal to x cube is strictly increasing. Here we can say that if you take f of x is equal to x cube, what is f dash x? F dash x is equal to 3x square, which is greater or equal 0, right? F dash x is greater or equal 0 for all x in R, and f dash x is 0 only at one point. It is not vanishing. F dash x 0 कोई positive length के interval ऊपर vanish नहीं हो रहा. It is vanishing only at one point, and f dash x is equal to 0 only at one point. अगर पॉजिटिव लेंथ के इंटरवल ऊपर f डैश वेनिश नहीं हो रहा तो वी कैन से दैट f is strictly increasing. Therefore f is strictly increasing. I mean f of x is equal to x cube is strictly increasing. What is number 6? If f is strictly decreasing, f is strictly decreasing on I if and only if what? F dash x is less than 0 for all x in I and what? F dash x does not vanish on an interval of positive length. पॉजिटिव लेंथ के इंटरवल ऊपर अगर वो वेनिश नहीं हो रहा है कौन f dash x, then we can say that function is strictly decreasing, right? ओके ये कैसे बोल सकते हैं? लेट अस सी जस्ट प्रूफ ऑफ दिस. इसकी हम प्रूव करेंगे तो ये सभी सिमिलर ही आएगा. We want to say that function is monotonically increasing if and only if f dash x is strictly greater than 0. So let us apply this. Let f from I to R be a function. F from I to R be differentiable function, right? Okay. I want to say that function is increasing whenever f dash x is greater or equal 0. So let f dash x is greater or equal 0 for all x in I. Suppose उसका डेरिवेटिव ग्रेटर इक्वल 0 है हर एक पॉइंट के आगे. नाउ लेट अस टेक x1 x2 belongs to I. Let x1 x2 belongs to I such that x1 is strictly less than x2. What I am doing is I am taking 2 points in this interval. This is interval AB. I am taking 2 points x1 and x2 such that x1 is strictly less than x2 or less or equal x2. If I want to show that this function is increasing तो मुझे क्या बताना पड़ेगा? f is increasing if x1 is less or equal x2 or strictly less than x2 implies fx1 should be less or equal fx2. We have to prove this. So I am applying Rolle's theorem on this interval. So we can apply Rolle's theorem. Why? Because function is continuous on I and differentiable on I, so it has to be continuous on its subinterval. Applying Rolle's Lagrange's mean value theorem on x1 x2, we get there exists C in x1 x2 such that fx2 minus fx1 upon x2 minus x1 is equal to f dash. But we know that derivative is greater or equal 0 for every x, so f dash is also greater or equal 0, right? So in other words, this quantity is non-negative, right? Greater or equal 0. But x2 is greater than x1, so x2 minus x1, this is positive. And a ratio greater or equal 0, it means what? It means fx2 minus fx1 has to be greater or equal 0. And this will imply fx2 is greater or equal fx1, right? Or you can prove conversely also. Suppose function is strictly increasing है, then derivative क्या आएगा? Derivative will be greater or equal 0 because this is positive, so f dash c will be positive, so this is if and only if. Similarly decreasing है तो क्या आएगा? Derivative will be less or equal 0, तो यहाँ पर क्या मिलेगा? fx2 is less or equal fx1, so all these conditions can be verified. So if you want to check whether a function is increasing or decreasing, what you have to check? Only focus on its derivative. If derivative is strictly greater than 0, you can say that function is strictly increasing. Derivative is strictly less than 0, you can say that function is strictly decreasing. Function derivative is greater or equal 0, then also it can be strictly increasing. क्योंकि तो आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा कि वो जीरो कितने पॉइंट्स पर हो रहा है, कहाँ पर हो रहा है. अगर कोई पॉजिटिव लेंथ के इंटरवल के ऊपर वो जीरो हो जा रहा है, then it can be monotonically increasing or decreasing. Otherwise, it can be strictly decreasing. Let us see few examples. Okay, first let us write down two more properties of this using Lagrange's mean value theorem. Then we will go for example. If f dash doesn't change sign, if f dash doesn't change sign सी f dash साइन चेंज नहीं कर रहा, मींस f dash x आइदर ग्रेटर इक्वल 0 है फॉर ऑल x और f dash x इज लेस देन 0 है फॉर ऑल x, राइट। आइदर स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन 0 है, आइदर पॉजिटिव ही रहता है और नेगेटिव ही रहता है, और ग्रेटर इक्वल 0 तो भी साइन चेंज नहीं हो रहा है, ऐसा हम बोल रहे हैं। देन वी से दैट f is monotonic. This is the corollary of above result. See, अगर f dash पॉजिटिव ही रहता है तो we can say that monotonically increasing, नेगेटिव रहता है तो monotonically decreasing. ये कुछ भी हो सकता है. Monotonic means either it can be increasing or decreasing. Number 8, if f dash doesn't vanish, f dash कहीं पर जीरो नहीं हो रहा, if f dash doesn't vanish, अगर जीरो हो ही नहीं रहा तो क्या होगा? Then it is strictly monotone. Then f is strictly monotonic. अगर पॉजिटिव ही रहता है तो strictly monotonic increasing, अगर नेगेटिव रहता है तो strictly monotonic decreasing. This one is important. Number 9, if f dash is differentiable function, then f dash has intermediate value property. If f is differentiable function, then f dash has intermediate value property. You know what is intermediate value property? Intermediate value property says that अगर कोई फंक्शन दो वैल्यूज अटेंड करता है तो उसके बीच की सभी वैल्यू भी अटेंड करेगा। जिस फंक्शन के पास ऐसी प्रॉपर्टी है उसको हम इंटरमीडिएट वैल्यू प्रॉपर्टी बोल रहे हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर आपको ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है, डज देयर एग्जिस्ट अ फंक्शन f such that, does there exist a function, ऐसा कोई फंक्शन एग्जिस्ट करेगा, कैसा फंक्शन? such that f dash x is equal to 1 if x belongs to say open 0 close 1 or close 0 1, and 2 if x belongs to 2 3 or 1 3, you can say open 1 3, ऐसा कोई फंक्शन एग्जिस्ट करेगा? आधे में ऐसा हो आधे में ऐसा हो। So this is not possible because f dash has intermediate value property. अगर वो 1 वैल्यू अटेंड करेगा, 2 वैल्यू अटेंड करेगा तो 1 से 2 के बीच की सभी वैल्यू भी अटेंड करेगा, because f dash has intermediate value property. समझ में आ रहा है? You cannot find any function like this on an interval, definitely on an interval. Yes, अगर आपका डोमेन इंटरवल नहीं है तो ऐसा मिल सकता है। You can define 0 to 1 में ये you can see this function is not differentiable at 1, right? 1 से लेफ्ट की ओर, लेफ्ट साइड से 1 की ओर जाओ you will get 1, राइट साइड से जाओगे you will get 2, so this is not possible. Okay, this one is also important. Number 10, if f dash is monotonic, then f dash is continuous. अगर f dash मोनोटोनिक है, मोनोटोनिक मींस आइदर f dash इंक्रीजिंग है और f dash डिक्रीजिंग है, तो f dash कंटीन्यूअस होगा ही। लेट अस सी एग्जांपल्स ऑफ दिस। So this is a question. Let f from close interval 0 to r, close interval 0 to 2r be a function such that, क्या दिया गया है? f is continuous on close interval 0 1, f is continuous on close 0 2 and differentiable on open 0 2. f close 0 2 पे continuous है, open 0 2 पे differentiable है, continuous on this, differentiable on this, and one more condition, f of 0 is equal to f of 1 is equal to 1. 0 के ऊपर वैल्यू 0 है, सॉरी, f of 0 is equal to 0, f of 1 is equal to 1 and f of 2 is also 1. 0 के ऊपर वैल्यू 0 है, 1 के ऊपर 1 है, 2 के ऊपर भी 1 है, then which of the following is true? Which of the following is true? नंबर ए में क्या दिया गया है? There exists C1 in open interval 0 1. There exists C1 belongs to open interval 0 1 such that f dash C1 is equal to 1. F dash C1 is equal to 1. B में क्या दिया गया है? There exists C2 in 1 2. There exists C2 in open interval 1 2 such that f dash C2 is equal to 0. C में क्या दिया गया है? There exists C3 in open 0 2. There exists C3 in open interval 0 2 such that f dash of C3 is equal to 1 by 3. Yes, and there exists C4 in open interval 0 2 such that f dash C4 is equal to 2 by 3. Right. Okay. So let us try to find out. यहाँ पर क्या दिया गया? देखो C1 हमें क्या कहाँ फाइंड करना है? 0 1 में. 0 1 में क्या है? We can apply Lagrange's mean value theorem, right? So for A, applying Lagrange's mean value theorem on F, on which interval we will apply this? On closed interval, say 0 1. We get there exists C1 such that what will happen? F dash C1 is equal to ff1 minus f of 0 upon 1 minus 0. So f dash C1, what is f of 1? F of 1 is 1 minus f of 0 is 0, so this is 1. So we can find C1 such that f dash C1 is equal to 1. So this one is true, right? Okay. Next, let us apply. See, f of 1 is equal to f of 2 here, and we want the C2 in 1 2 such that f dash C2 is equal to 0. So this is also true by applying Rawls theorem. B, by applying Rawls theorem on which interval? On this interval, closed interval 1 2, because function is continuous differentiable and f of 1 is equal to f of 2, so we can find a C in this interval such that f dash C is equal to 0. Now what about C3? How you will find f dash C3 is equal to 1 by 3? What will you apply? You just try to find out. वीडियो पॉज करके आप ये C3 मिलेगा कि नहीं ये सोचने की ट्राई करो. आई एम गिविंग यू आंसर. सी अभी हमने लास्ट रिजल्ट देखा. क्या देखा कि अगर f जो है वो कोई इंटरवल से r का डिफरेंशिएबल फंक्शन है, then f dash has intermediate value property. means intermediate value properties means what? कि वो अगर दो वैल्यूज अटेंड करता है, कौन? f dash, तो उसके बीच की हर एक वैल्यू अटेंड करेगा. सी f dash किसी एक पॉइंट पर 0 हो रहा है, किसी एक पॉइंट 1 हो रहा है. ये इसको कंबाइन कर दो तो वी कैन सी दिस इज एन इंटरवल क्लोज इंटरवल 0 2, राइट. 0 से 2 में क्या हो रहा है? कोई एक C1 के ऊपर वो क्या हो रहा है? 1 हो रहा है, कौन? f dash. कोई C2 के ऊपर वो क्या हो रहा है? 0 हो रहा है. मींस इसके बीच की सभी वैल्यू वो अटेंड करेगा. एंड 1/3 है, 0 और 1 के बीच है. 2/3 भी 0 और 1 के बीच है. तो बाय इंटरमीडिएट वैल्यू प्रॉपर्टी यू कैन से दैट देयर exists C3 and there exists C4. We will find such two points, right? यहाँ पर अगर आप ये कोई मीन वैल्यू थ्योरम्स का यूज करने जाओगे तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, क्योंकि f of 2 minus f of 1 means 1 minus 0 1/2 के जैसा कुछ आएगा, राइट? या तो फिर दूसरा या 1/3 2/3 लाना है तो यू हैव टू अप्लाई ओनली ये दोनों ऑप्शन के ऊपर से ये दोनों आपको मिल सकता है. समझ में आ रहा है? वी आर यूजिंग इंटरमीडिएट वैल्यू प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ f dash, nothing else. Okay. Okay, next question में क्या दिया गया है? This is the question. Which of the following is true? Which of the following is true? Number 1, modulus of cos x minus cos y is less or equal modulus of x minus y for all x y in R. Is this true? Number 2, modulus of sin x minus sin y is less or equal modulus of x minus y for all x, y in R. Number 3, sin x is less than x if x is greater than 0, sin x is less than x if x is positive, and number 4, sin x is greater than x. See, this is important if x is negative. अगर ये सही हो रहा है तो आपको याद रखना चाहिए, क्योंकि x जब पॉजिटिव है तो sin x by x less than 1 होगा, और x अगर नेगेटिव है तो sin x बड़ा होगा. अगर ये सही है तो let us try to find out what which of this true. So let number 1, let I am considering this function f of x is equal to cos x. Here I want cos x minus cos y is less or equal to this. We know that this function cos x is Lipschitz function, right? So while it is Lipschitz function, because modulus of, if you take f of x is equal to cos x, then f dash x is equal to sin x, and modulus of f dash x is less or equal to 1. So we have a result, a function whose derivative is bounded is a Lipschitz function. Lipschitz function में क्या होगा? fx minus fy is less or equal k times x minus y. There must be some integer k. लेकिन k is equal to 1 है कि नहीं, that we don't know, right? In fact यहाँ पर जो bound आएगी ना वही k होगा. Let us try to see this. So let us apply what? Lagrange's theorem on this interval x y. So we know that cos x is continuous on all of R, differentiable on all of R, so it is continuous and differentiable on closed interval x y also. Let us for few seconds consider x is less than y. So if x is less than y, let x is less than y, then applying what? Lagrange's mean value theorem on this interval, closed interval x y, we get there exists some c in open interval x y such that what? F of y minus f of x upon y minus x is less than, sorry, this is equal to modulus of, sorry, this is equal to f dash c, right? So this is what? Now this is a positive quantity, y minus x is a positive quantity, so f of y minus f of x upon y minus x is equal to, what is f dash x? It is minus of sin x, right? So this is minus of sin c, and so modulus of this f of y minus f of x upon y minus x is equal to modulus of sin c. Sin c is less or equal 1, तो इसको इस तरफ जाने दो. What you will get? F of x minus f of y is less or equal y minus x or x minus y, you can write. And this is true for all x y because we have chosen arbitrary x and y here, right? What is f of x? That is cos x minus cos y. Similarly, you can take here f of x is equal to sin x, and you can see this one also. Now, what about sin x is less than x or sin x is greater than x? So, for this I am considering this function. For number 3, let f of x is equal to, I am taking this function, what? X minus sin x, where x is greater than 0. X is greater than 0 के लिए हमें prove करना है. So let us take what is f dash x. F dash x will be 1 minus cos x, right? Where x is positive. If f dash x is 1 minus cos x, this will imply f dash x is greater or equal 0 for all x belongs to R, right? And therefore f is an increasing function. And therefore f is an increasing function. In fact, strictly increasing. Why it is strictly increasing? Because we know that this function doesn't vanish on interval of positive length. अगर ये positive length के interval ऊपर vanish हो रहा हो तभी वो monotonically increasing हो सकता है. Strictly increasing होने के लिए पॉजिटिव लेंथ के इंटरवल ऊपर ये वेनिश नहीं होना चाहिए. ये कहाँ पर वेनिश होगा? जहाँ पर cos 1 होगा. cos 1 कहाँ पर होगा? 0, 2 पाई, 4 पाई, 6 पाई, ऐसे रैंडम पॉइंट्स ऊपर, राइट? यहाँ पर 0 के ऊपर होगा, देन 2 पाई, देन 4 पाई. किसी एक इंटरवल के ऊपर कंटिन्यूअसली 0 नहीं होगा. सो दिस इज स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन. f इज स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन, तो क्या होगा? x इज ग्रेटर देन 0 implies fx is strictly f of 0. स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन की डेफिनेशन यही है, x ग्रेटर देन y है तो f of x should be strictly greater than f of y. What is here? Sin x is greater than f of 0 is sin 0. Sin 0 is 0. Here you can see that. Sorry. What is f of x? F of x is x minus sin x. So x minus sin x is greater than f of 0. F of 0 is 0 minus 0. So it is 0. So इसको इस तरफ ले जाओ, you will get x is greater than sin x, or in other words sin x is less than x, right? So this is also true. Similarly for this function if x is less than 0, similarly we have proved that this function is an increasing function, right? So there is no role of whether x is positive or negative. x पॉजिटिव है नेगेटिव है उससे कोई इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ता. फॉर एवरी x belongs to R, f dash x is positive. So f is strictly increasing function. Let me write on R. So x greater than 0 implies this. Now x less than 0 होगा तो क्या होगा? Function is increasing, so f of x will be less than f of 0. What is f of x? It is x minus sin x should be less than 0. So x should be less than sin x, right? Or sin x is greater than x. So this is also true. Yes. Yes, let's go for next question. What it says, this has been asked in NET examination and this is also given in the problem set. Let f be a twice differentiable function on R. Let f be a twice differentiable function on R such that f double dash x is strictly greater than 0 for all x belongs to R. See, f double dash x strictly greater than 0, it means what? जिस फंक्शन का डेरिवेटिव स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन 0 हो रहा है वो फंक्शन स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग हो रहा है. इट मींस f dash is strictly increasing. f dash is strictly increasing, right? क्योंकि f double dash क्या है? f dash का डेरिवेटिव है, राइट? इसका मतलब यही है. Then number 1, which of the following is true? fx is equal to 0 is exactly two solution in R. fx is equal to 0 has exactly two solution in R. Okay. See, अगर आपको कुछ गलत प्रूव करना है या सही प्रूव करना है, can you find out a function whose second derivative is strictly greater than 0 और function को two solution ना, right? So first of all, question is, can you find out a function which is twice differentiable? You can take any polynomial, right? If we take a polynomial, then it is differentiable as many times as many we want. हम इसको जितना भी चाहे differentiate कर सकते हैं. So we will go for polynomial. Can you find out a polynomial whose second derivative is strictly greater than 0? For example, f of x is equal to, let us take x square, right? Then what is second derivative? F dash x is 2x, f double dash x. What is f double dash x? F double dash x is equal to 2, which is strictly greater than 0. Now, what says that fx is equal to 0 has exactly two solutions. This has in fact one solution, but one is repeating. So if I want to disprove this result, I have to construct a polynomial or a function whose second derivative is strictly positive, but this equation does not have two solutions. So let me add just one here. If we take x square plus 1, what is f double dash x? It is 2 greater than 0, but fx is equal to 0 has no solution in R, right? You just try to find out this type of function. You can take f of x is equal to e raised to x also. Then what is second derivative? Second derivative is again e raised to x, which is strictly greater than 0 for all x belongs to R. And fx is equal to 0 means e raised to x is equal to 0 has no solution, right? So this option is not true. What is the second option? Second option says that fx is equal to 0 has a positive solution. fx is equal to 0 has a positive solution. This has a positive solution. if f of 0 is equal to 0 and f dash 0 is equal to 0. If f of 0 is equal to 0 and f dash 0 is equal to 0. It means, this means what? f dash 0 भी 0 हो रहा है, f dash 0 भी 0 हो रहा है, means 0 is a second ordered 0 of fx is equal to 0, right? तो 0 जो है उसका सेकंड ऑर्डर 0 है. हमें क्या बोल रहे हैं कि अगर ऐसा है तो क्या होगा? fx is equal to 0 has a positive solution. तो देखो इसमें क्या कर सकते हैं. So can you try to construct a function for which f of 0 is equal to 0 हो रहा हो, f dash 0 भी 0 हो रहा हो, and fx is equal to 0 को पॉजिटिव सॉल्यूशन ना हो. तो अभी हमने लिया था वही काम करेगा. आई थिंक let us consider f of x is equal to x square, x belongs to r, right? If we take this function, then what is f of 0? F of 0 is 0. Then f of 0 is equal to 0. What is f dash 0? F dash is 2x, so f dash 0 is also 0. What we want? F double dash x should be greater than 0. F double dash x definitely greater than 0. Hey, right? It is there. fx is equal to 0 has no positive solution. इसका कोई positive solution नहीं है. It has only one solution and that is 0, right? But fx is equal to 0 has no positive solution. Okay. So देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है. See, यहाँ पर हम इसको ग्राफिकली भी ऐसे देख सकते हैं. क्या देख सकते हैं? हमें क्या दिया गया? हमें दिया गया है कि f dash double dash x greater than 0 है, means f dash is strictly increasing, right? f dash strictly increasing है मतलब क्या? f dash का ग्राफ ऐसे जाएगा. I'm talking about f dash. और यहाँ पर क्या है? f dash 0 is equal to 0 दिया गया है. f dash 0 अगर 0 है, this is f dash 0, तो f dash का ग्राफ f dash will be positive. Right, for every positive 0, f dash will be positive here. और f dash कैसा है? Strictly increasing function है, means यहाँ पर वो नेगेटिव होगा f dash. I am talking about f dash. This is not a graph of f. I am talking about again f dash, right? So अगर हम इस पोर्शन की बात करें पॉजिटिव रियल लाइन ऊपर, तो पॉजिटिव रियल लाइन के ऊपर f dash 0 is greater than 0 होगा, क्योंकि f dash is strictly increasing है and f dash 0 हमें 0 दिया गया है, right? f dash पॉजिटिव है, it means what? f dash x is greater than 0 for all x positive, right? अगर f dash पॉजिटिव है तो f क्या हो गया? f is strictly increasing and therefore f is strictly increasing. समझ में आ रहा है? क्योंकि f का डेरिवेटिव पॉजिटिव आ रहा है. कहां पर? ऑन पॉजिटिव रियल लाइन. अगर पॉजिटिव रियल लाइन ऊपर f इंक्रीजिंग है, f इंक्रीजिंग है, f ऑफ 0 0 है, तो वहां से उसको इंक्रीज होना है. किसको? f को. f ऑफ 0 0 हो गया. अब वो 0 नहीं हो सकता. इट हैज टू बी स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग, राइट? अगर स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीज होना है तो इट कैन नॉट हैव अ पॉजिटिव रूट. पॉजिटिव रूट होने के लिए उसको क्या करना पड़ेगा? जहां पर रूट चाहिए वहां नीचे आना पड़ेगा, राइट? सो ऐसे भी देख सकते हैं. और बाय कंस्ट्रक्टिंग वन काउंटर एग्जांपल. लेकिन ये काउंटर एग्जांपल कंस्ट्रक्ट करने का आइडिया कहां से आएगा? आपको यहां से आएगा. समझ में आ रहा है कि ऐसा कोई फंक्शन कंस्ट्रक्ट करना पड़ेगा आपको जिसके लिए f dash x पॉजिटिव हो रहा हो, मींस f dash is strictly increasing हो रहा हो. वी नो दैट इसका जो f dash आएगा it will be 2x. it is a line which is strictly increasing. okay, ऑप्शन सी में क्या दिया गया है? let us focus on ऑप्शन सी. so graphically अगर आप देखोगे तो you will be able to see. डायरेक्ट ऐसे ही एग्जांपल काउंटर एग्जांपल दिमाग में नहीं आएगा. ओके, ऑप्शन सी में क्या दिया गया है? fx is equal to 0 has no positive solution. इसका नेगेशन दिया गया है. b का नेगेशन. fx is equal to 0 has no positive solution if f of 0 is equal to 0 and f dash 0 is equal to 0. See, यहाँ पर क्या दिया गया? This is not negation. अगर ऐसा दिया गया होता कि fx is equal to 0 may not have positive solution, then this will be negative. तो हम डायरेक्टली क्या बोल सकते थे कि b true है, तो सॉरी बी गलत है तो सी सही होगा, लेकिन यहाँ पर डायरेक्टली सही नहीं बोल सकते क्योंकि आपने जो एग्जांपल लिया f of x is equal to x square, इसके लिए ये सही हो रहा है कि इट हैज नो पॉजिटिव सॉल्यूशन। तो एक एग्जांपल के लिए सही होने से ये ऑलवेज सही नहीं हो जाता। यू हैव टू प्रूव दिस कि व्हेनेवर दिस टाइप ऑफ सिचुएशन अकर्स fx is equal to 0 have no positive solution। और ये हमने देखा, कहां पर देखा, यहाँ पर अगर पॉजिटिव सॉल्यूशन है, लेट अस इसको हम ऐसे भी देख सकते हैं, इफ पॉसिबल सपोज दैट fx is equal to 0 as a positive solution। see f of 0 तो 0 है ही, f of 0 is equal to 0 हमें दिया गया है। if possible it has a positive solution, से यहाँ पर a is strictly greater than 0 and f of 0 0 हो रहा है, f of a is equal to 0 हो रहा है, right? So if possible suppose that fx is equal to 0 has a positive solution। कौन से केस में, यही केस में, ये भी है फिर भी पॉजिटिव सॉल्यूशन है। पॉजिटिव सॉल्यूशन x is equal to a इसका पॉजिटिव सॉल्यूशन है, देन क्या होगा, then f of 0 is equal to 0 and f of a is equal to 0 where a is positive। and we know that if f of a is 0 between two zeros of f there exists 0 of f dash, therefore there exists some c, कहाँ पर 0 a के बीच में, there exists some c such that f dash c is equal to 0। तो यहाँ पर एक c मिलेगा जहाँ पर f dash c क्या होगा, 0 होगा। Now f dash 0 तो 0 है, f dash 0 is equal to 0 and f dash is strictly increasing, f dash strictly increasing है, but since f dash is strictly increasing क्यों strictly increasing है, क्योंकि डबल डेरिवेटिव ग्रेटर देन 0 दिया गया। since this is strictly increasing, c greater than 0 है तो f of c has to be strictly greater than f of 0, sorry f dash, कौन strictly increasing है, f dash strictly increasing है, तो f dash c is strictly greater than f dash 0। f dash 0 दिया गया है तो ये कहता है कि f dash c greater than 0 होना चाहिए, ये कहता है 0 होना चाहिए, which is not possible। समझ में आ रहा है? और ग्राफिकली भी हमने देखा था कि इसको अगर f dash को स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग होना है तो एक ही बार वो 0 हो सकता है। We have seen that a strictly increasing function can have at most one 0। उसको एक 0 आ गया, 0 के ऊपर 0 हो गया तो और कहीं पर वो 0 नहीं हो सकता, because it is strictly increasing, right? So this option is true। फोर्थ में क्या दिया गया, f of x is equal to 0 has no positive solution if f of 0 is equal to 0 and f dash 0 is equal to 0। yes, d में क्या दिया गया है, d में नेगेटिव सॉल्यूशन की बात की है, d fx0 has no negative solution। f को नेगेटिव सॉल्यूशन भी नहीं होगा अगर f of 0 0 है और f dash 0 0 है, तो सेम आर्गुमेंट, क्योंकि f dash 0 0 है तो नेगेटिव रियल लाइन पर वो इसको एक ही 0 हो सकता है, इट कैन नॉट हैव मोर देन वन 0, राइट? और अगर इस फंक्शन को एक नेगेटिव सॉल्यूशन है तो यू विल फाइंड सम b हियर such that f of b is equal to 0। और f of 0 तो 0 है तो between two zeros of f there exists 0 of f dash, which is not possible because f dash is strictly increasing, so it can have at most one 0 and that is given। इसको वो एक ही जगह 0 हो सकता है और वो दिया गया है कि 0 ऊपर 0 है, so it cannot have a negative solution also, right? So these are the beautiful application of this Lagrange's mean value theorem। Let us go ahead। Next we are going to use this Lagrange's theorem to fixed point theorem। We know this fixed point theorem, we have discussed in continuous function। So this is fixed point theorem। What is that? Let f from closed interval ab to closed interval ab be continuous, then f has at least one fixed point, right? F has at least one fixed point. See, what is necessary is this interval should be bounded. This is necessary. ये आप दिमाग में रखना है. अगर आपको unbounded interval दिया गया है और continuous function है तो not true for unbounded interval. This is not true, may not be true for unbounded interval. And at least one fixed point की guarantee है means more than one fixed point भी हो सकते हैं. For example, why this is not true for unbounded interval? For example, define f of x is equal to x plus 1 upon x. X belongs to say 0 to infinity, right? This is an unbounded interval. This is unbounded. Then f is continuous. Then clearly f is continuous. Why it is continuous? Because f of x is equal to x continuous, 1 upon x is continuous, so addition is continuous on open 0 to infinity. Does this function have a fixed point? But suppose x is a fixed point. Fixed point means what? F of x is equal to x. This will imply x plus 1 upon x is equal to x. So this will imply this will both will get cancelled. 1 upon x is 0, which is not possible. Right. So f of x is equal to x is not possible. Therefore, f has no fixed point. But why we are talking about fixed point now? Because I am interested in this result, and this is very useful result. This gives the guarantee of number of fixed point. कितने fixed point मिलेंगे? कितने points ऐसे मिलेंगे? So this is called. This is a result. Let. This is an important theorem. Again, for a closed and bounded interval, let f from closed interval ab to R be a function, differentiable function, which is continuous on closed ab and differentiable on open ab. Be a function such that f is continuous on closed ab and differentiable on open ab. Now, if f dash x is strictly less than 1, अगर f का डेरिवेटिव strictly less than 1 हो रहा है for all x in ab, or you can say derivative greater than 1 हो रहा है, either f dash x is strictly less than 1 or f dash x is strictly greater than 1. दोनों में से कोई एक केस हो रहा है, दोनों नहीं होना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं कि कुछ for some x it is strictly less than 1, for some x it is strictly greater than 1, ऐसा नहीं. Either सभी x के लिए f dash x less than 1 हो रहा है और सभी x के लिए f dash x greater than 1 हो रहा है, then f has unique fixed point. उसको एक ही fixed point मिलेगा. In which interval? In this interval ab. It can be closed ab, right? Let us see simple proof. So, I am not giving step by step proof. So, if possible, suppose there are two fixed points. If possible, क्योंकि ये continuous function है. Let me write here not ab to r, ab to ab. If I am taking closed interval ab to ab, which has a fixed point. अगर AB से AB कंटिन्यूस ले रहे हैं तो एटलीस्ट वन फिक्स पॉइंट की तो गारंटी है ही. फिक्स पॉइंट थ्योरम गिव्स द गारंटी ऑफ एटलीस्ट वन फिक्स पॉइंट. सपोज देयर आर मोर देन वन फिक्स पॉइंट. सपोज इफ पॉसिबल, सपोज देयर आर मोर देन वन फिक्स पॉइंट्स, एक से ज्यादा फिक्स पॉइंट, say x1 and x2 in AB or close AB such that fx1 is equal to x1 and fx2 is equal to x2. So by applying Lagrange's mean value theorem on this interval applying Lagrange's mean value theorem on this interval x1 x2 with suppose that x1 is less than x2, there exists some c in x1 x2 such that what will happen, something like this, fx2 minus fx1 upon x2 minus x1 is equal to f dash c. But this is what, fx2 is equal to x2, fx1 is equal to x1 upon x2 minus x1 is equal to f dash c. This both will get cancelled, so this is equal to 1. F dash c is equal to 1, where c is in this interval means in this interval. But f dash is strictly less than 1 or it is strictly greater than 1, f dash is not equal to 1, so this is not possible. This is contradiction, right? So it cannot have a unique fixed point. Again, this result is not true if you are given a function from R to R. Capital R to R अगर दिया गया है तो यूनिक फिक्स पॉइंट होना जरूरी नहीं है, क्योंकि जहां पर आपको फिक्स पॉइंट नहीं मिल रहा, एक भी फिक्स पॉइंट नहीं मिल रहा, वहां पर यूनिक फिक्स पॉइंट होने का जरूरी नहीं है. फॉर एग्जांपल यू टेक 0 infinity to 0 infinity that function f of x is equal to x plus 1 upon x, that will work. तो इसका एक भी फिक्स पॉइंट नहीं है, राइट? सो रिमार्क में लिख दो, अगेन दिस इज नॉट ट्रू, दिस रिमार्क क्लोज इंटरवल ab in above result the interval must be bounded. The result is not true if AB is not bounded. Right. Okay, means डेरिवेटिव अगर लेस देन 1 है, f dash x लेस देन 1 है, then you will have a unique fixed point. Okay, let us extend this result. One more concept, that is called Picard's sequence. Let us define a Picard sequence. What is Picard sequence? Let f from closed interval ab to closed interval ab. Let f from closed ab to closed ab be any function be a continuous function, continuous and differentiable function. Means continuous on closed ab and differentiable on, actually Picard sequence के लिए you need only function be any function define what, define the sequence xn plus 1 is equal to f of xn, where x0 is any fixed number. x0, you can start with an x0, then what is x1? x1 is equal to f of x0, x2 is equal to f of x1, x3 is equal to f of x2 is called, defined like this. Then the sequence xn is called Picard sequence. Let us see example. For example, let me take this function f of x is equal to 1 upon x, and I am starting with x0 is equal to 1. So what is x1? x1 is equal to f of x0, f of x0 is equal to 1 upon x0, x0 is 1, so 1 upon 1 is 1, so x1 is 1. What is x2? x2 is f of x1, f of x1 is 1 upon x1, x1 is 1, so it is again 1, and so on. Xn plus 1 is equal to f of xn. F of xn is 1 upon xn. Xn is 1 for all n. So this is a constant sequence. Thus 1 1 1 1 1. This is a constant sequence corresponding to x0 is equal to 1. Right. Let me take x0 is equal to 1 by 2. I am taking this function, but x0 is equal to 1 by 2. What will be x1? x1 is equal to f of x0. F of x0 is 1 upon x0. 1 upon x0 is 1 upon 1 by 2, that is 2. What is x2? x2 is 1 upon f of x1. What is f of x1? It is 1 upon x1. It is again 1 by 2. x3 is 1 upon x2. 1 upon x2 is again 2. So this is 1 by 2, 2, 1 by 2, 2 and so on. This is a sequence. So in general, a Picard sequence may not be convergent, right? But if we put some restriction on f, then it will be convergent. And where it will be convergent, let us see. We need only some restrictions. So this is again an interesting result. What it says, that let f from closed interval ab to closed interval ab be differentiable function such that f dash x is less than 1. We know that if f dash x is strictly less than 1 for all x, then f is a fixed point. This we know, this we have already discussed. But what it says more is that in that case any Picard sequence will converge to this point. कोई भी आप Picard sequence ले लो, it will converge to this fixed point. For example, let us take fx is equal to say x by 2. X belongs to closed 0 1. This is a function from closed 0 1 to closed 0 1. F is differentiable. What is f dash x? Then f dash x is equal to 1 by 2, which is strictly less than 1 for all x. So if you take any Picard sequence, let us take x0. I am defining like this: x0 is equal to 1 by 2. So what is x1? x1 is equal to f of x0. F of x0 is x0 by 2. x0 is equal to, you take 1 by 2. 1 by 2 by 2 is 1 by 2 square. What is x2? x2 is f of x1. F of x1 is what? x1 by 2. x1 is 1 by 2 square by 2. So 1 by 2 cube. So Picard sequence in this case is this, and we know that this is going to 0, right? So it will be convergent. Let us take another example. Let us take f of x is equal to what? From closed interval 0 to closed interval 0 to f from, we are defining from closed interval 0 to closed interval 0 to f of x is equal to, we are taking square root of 1 plus x, right? Then what is f dash x? Then f dash x is equal to derivative of this root x 1 upon 2 root x. Now if x is in between 0 to, this is less than 1, because denominator is greater than 1 for every x, right? And therefore Picard sequence will converge to where? Fixed point. Now if you take any sequence like this, therefore you define like this: xn plus 1, what we are defining, xn plus 1 is equal to under root of 1 plus xn is converges to fixed point of this f, fixed point of f. So let us try what is fixed point of f. Fixed point of f is fx is equal to x, जिसके लिए f of x is equal to x हो रहा हो ऐसा function. F of x is equal to square root of 1 plus x. This is x, so this will give you, if you square both sides, you will get x square minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x will be minus b plus or minus under root delta. What is delta? It is b square is 1 minus 4. AC is minus 1 by 2. So x is equal to 1 plus or minus root 5 by 2. So x is equal to 1 plus root 5 by 2, because we want a positive number. This sequence is converges to in this interval, right? 1 minus root 5 will be negative. Okay. So if you are given any sequence defining by this recurrence relation, you have to find its fixed point. on that fixed point this sequence will be convergent. What you have to check, only f dash x is less than 1 by 2. If you remember that iteration method, you have this condition in iteration method, derivative of f dash should be less than 1. So यहाँ तक रखते हैं इस लेक्चर में. नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में हम यहीं से हमारा डिस्कशन कंटिन्यूस करेंगे. कहाँ से? पिकार्ड्स कन्वर्जेंस थ्योरम से. वी वांट टू एक्सटेंड दिस थ्योरम. अगर फंक्शन f फ्रॉम r to r दिया गया है तो ये कंडीशन क्या होनी चाहिए? वी विल रिप्लेस दिस कंडीशन एंड वी विल सॉल्व its problems. Then we will go for differentiability at infinity, and then we will discuss for problems of problem sets.